Welcome to the Rhino's Horn, the podcast where we interview Canadian comedians and politicians. I'm your host, Sean Carson. I'm quite nervous. This is the first time I've ever done an interview or hosted a podcast, so please bear with me. But the first episode, we have the very funny and charming Sebastien CoRhino, leader of Canada's Rhinoceros Party, and just all-around great guy. In this episode, we learn about some of the Rhino Party's goals moving forward, the Rhinoceros Party's arch nemesis in Canadian politics, and we hear a little bit about the most famous rhinoceros candidate, Mr. Maxim Bernier. So thank you for tuning in, and please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us the man, the myth, the rhino, Mr. Sebastien CoRhino. Sebastien, how are you today?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Sean. I'm good. I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing good. It's good to see you.
I think it's my first interview of 2020, so I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, that's awesome. I think it's definitely my first interview ever, really. So
All
I'm
right.
really happy that that you said yes. Thanks for coming out, man. So how's your quarantine been going?
It's good. I have my homemade kombucha here. I have
Mhm.
my espresso machine, so I mean everything is okay.
Yeah.
have everything I need.
What more do you need? Yeah, that's awesome.
Hmm.
So Sebastien, we're both we ran for the Rhino Party, right, in
Yeah.
this last election. You are my fearless leader. Um, other than that, though, I don't actually know too much about you. What you live in Quebec, right?
Yeah, I live in eastern Quebec.
Uh-huh.
I live some like 6 hours out of Montreal in the far east. So here it's pretty cold. It's by the river, by the St. Lawrence River. It's like the sea here.
Yeah.
And yeah, winter is long, and we say that summer is like a month and a half long, and it's
Right.
pretty true.
Yeah.
Today is a good day, but I mean, it's beautiful outside, but we're very lucky it's happening in April.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I enjoy the life here. Um, being the leader of a political party in Canada and living in the like rural area is kind of hard. Sometimes I wish I would be in Montreal. It would be like more easy to organize events and stuff.
Yeah.
And but anyway, I just live here and I'm not gonna move. So if someone wants to be the leader of the Rhino Party and they feel like they live in the city and they want to do it, well, just go. Just take the leadership. I've been leader for 5 years now, so
Right.
but
Okay. So we'll jump
yeah.
into that then. What got you? You've been leader for 5 years. You said. What got you involved in the with the Rhino Party?
Yeah, I was in I was in college actually, and I wanted to be a candidate in the Neo Rhino at the time.
Yeah.
That was the name of the party, and so I just said, "Hello." I wrote an email to someone I think in Montreal, and I said, "Can I be a candidate?" And then I was a candidate in 2008 election, and on that election that was funny because um, I had the most number of votes of all the Rhino Party in Canada.
Nice.
We were only 7 candidates, but
Yeah.
anyway, anyhow, I did that. I
Yeah.
beat the leader, I beat everybody, and so I just kept going on from 2008 until today. Yeah.
Oh wow. So who was the leader before you?
It was François Gour.
Okay.
François Yogo. He's in Montreal, and he was pretty much one of the big organizers in the 80s, and then the party died in 93, and
Right.
then he restarted the party in 2006.
Right.
And he just wanted to get rid of the party. He turned 60 or 65, I don't remember, in 2014, and he said, "Well, I'm tired of that thing. Just organize a leadership race and have someone else be the leader." So
Yeah.
we organized the leadership race, which I won, and I became the leader in 2014.
That's very
It
cool.
was kind of a nice race, very easy for me to win because I was the only one running. So I just walked, finally,
Right.
So
Yeah. And so where was that leadership race? Did you just have it at home or?
it was on the internet. In
Ah,
fact, they asked
interesting.
people to put videos online and say why they wanted to be Prime Minister of Canada, and they
Okay.
called it the Prime Minister Academy. And actually, a few people put some videos online, but I've put my video on. In the media, I was able to get some interviews in the
Ah,
medias, and
yeah.
then they asked everybody who put the videos online if they really want to be the leader, and I was the only one that said yes.
Well, you earned it then. That's awesome.
Yeah. In fact, I wanted to organize another leadership race in 2020. So we
That's
should
awesome.
do that. I think 2020 would be a good year to do a leadership race, and it
Yeah.
would be really fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
so I had a lot of fun in the election running. It was a really great time. Were you happy with the Rhinos,
It
stampede?
was a very, very beautiful election, 2019. I just did exactly what I wanted to do as a leader.
Yeah.
uh, I wanted to have candidates in a lot of province. We had 6 provinces.
Wow.
I wanted to do a national tour to visit my candidates. I did that. So I went to Montreal, Halifax, Edmonton, Calgary, Toronto,
Yeah.
um, Quebec City. So I just went to see where my candidates were. For example, we had one candidate in BC, and it was really too much, too expensive for me to go up to there. But having been 5 candidates in Vancouver, I probably would have been to Vancouver, but it was
Yeah.
not the case.
Right.
So it was beautiful. You invite me to a comedy club in Toronto. I was very happy about it. I wrote something for
Yeah, you
the
did
comedy
great. That
club.
was a lot of fun to watch. We
Yeah.
talked about it for a while after. Yeah.
So exactly, I was really happy. I've been to Edmonton. I was on the big radio show in the morning, like 7:30 Friday morning, and then I was talking, and then the guy says, please, can you watch your language? And I said, oh, sorry, just my French Quebecer accent. And I honestly, I had no idea what I said.
What
So
the word was? Yeah.
yeah, I asked my candidate, what did I say, that was wrong? Oh, you said 2 words that are forbidden in commercial radio. I said fucking. It's an adjective we use in French Canadian.
Right.
So I just translated to
That's
English, and I said
fair.
bullshit, which I really didn't know it was a bad word.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, it's poop from a cow, and Alberta is a big producer of bullshit, But
Sure.
anyway,
I mean, it's a big part of politics. I don't know what.
yeah. But that's okay. I said excuse me and everything.
Yeah, that's funny. And that was in Alberta, you said.
Yeah, that was in Edmonton, like big commercial show. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah. So, how many? There were almost 90 candidates. I think we had in the last
No, no, no.
session. No.
I was hoping for 100 candidates, and
Right.
everything was going good. But one thing was not going good, is that the people they wanted to be candidate, but they were not able to fill all the papers to actually put their name on the ballot.
Right.
And since we were a very small organization, we did not give enough support to the wannabe candidates. I take
It's a tough.
responsibility about that. And so we finally had 40 candidates in
Right.
6
Right.
provinces, which I
Okay.
was happy, but
Yeah.
I was expecting more.
Right.
But
And
next time we will give more support to the people. So if you want to be candidate, it's going to be more clear of what you have to do before you say, yes, I want to be candidate,
Yeah, for sure. So how does 40 compare to, say, the election? Like, is that growth or is that about the same?
It's a continuous growth. The Rhino Party was reborn in 2006. So we had 7, and then 14, and then 2018. 28 in 2015. There was 28 candidates, and
Oh,
now 40.
great. So that's really good then.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
always more provinces also.
Right. So
Now we're
we're
at 6 provinces, and we almost had the territory.
that would be
Like,
cool.
that close, but the guy, I will not say his name and
Okay.
not his territory, but he's very good chances he's going to be candidate in the next election.
Oh,
He
great.
was
That's
just like
awesome.
too short to fill all the papers, and he said, okay, no. He began to do it, and then he said, no, last weekend candidate. So
Sure. Yeah, and I imagine it would be a lot of work to get those signatures out.
no, it's
Going.
only 50 signatures for the territories.
Oh, right.
And when you're in the city,
Hmm.
when you're in the Whitehorse or Yellowknife, you have a very dense population, like uh, as if you were in Quebec City.
Yeah.
It's just smaller, but very, very easy to do. It's
Yeah.
harder if you live in a small village in the north.
Mm,
If you're in Old Crow, Yukon, and you want to get your 50 signatures,
yeah.
you need 1 out of 4 people that sign the paper.
Oh, wow. That's tough. That's tough. My riding was Toronto Center, so I was right downtown Toronto, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to sign anything downtown Toronto. It's good that I get to do comedy because I'm used to bombing, because that's all
Wow.
it was. I just bombed with I was lucky to get the signatures, but
You're good.
I imagine that it would be tough in some
Yeah.
areas. So now we're at 40 candidates in the last election. What would you like to see in the next election in terms of growth, be it candidates or just goals for the party?
Well, I would like to have, let's say, 8 provinces and 1 territory. That
Yeah,
would be nice.
yeah,
Number of candidates, whatever. And what is going to be hard for the next election? That it's going to be it's a minority government,
mm,
and they might call the election one day like this, and then you have like 3 weeks to fill the papers, to find the signatures and everything.
yeah,
So we need everybody to be ready. um, and when we have fixed date election, it's very easy, because I say to the candidates, you have 2 months to fill your signatures, you
right,
have 1 month and a half, you
yeah,
have 1 month left, please go outside and take. But
yeah,
when you just call the election, so it's possible that it's going to be hard to have like 100 or 200 candidates.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if we have again like 40, 50, it could be good.
yeah,
Could be
yeah, for
more.
sure.
It always depends on who is there and how motivated they are.
When you think of what the Rhino Party is and what you think it should be, what do you think it stands for, or what am I trying to say? What function does it play in Canadian politics, the Rhino Party, or what function would you like to see it play?
Yeah. The Rhino Party is there since 1963, so it's been like 55 years we're around. So we're really part of Canada's politic history right
Hmm.
now. I think our role, I don't want to define exactly one role. What I believe is that each candidate is free to do its own campaign. So I give a lot of freedom to every candidate, and I will support them if they support themselves. I
Hmm.
mean, if they can handle the jokes they do. Um, but we're there to laugh at politics. We're there to make laugh, but to laugh at politicians also.
Hmm.
And sometimes we're there to find crooked things inside politics, and to put it in value, that people can see that it's absurd.
Yeah, shine
It's
a
like
light kind of thing.
yeah.
So I have kind of a weird question. So we're
About
considered
chemtrails.
yeah, yeah. What do you think about 5G? No, fucking 5G. No, so we're considered one of the fringe parties. The Rhino Party
Yeah.
is considered a fringe party, and then there's other fringe parties. Do you have one of the fringe parties that is kind of like our sworn enemy that we're actually competing? Because me, I felt good about beating the Marxist Leninist in my riding because So I needed some kind of victory, right? Bill Morneau otherwise kicked my ass. But is there a party that you kind of look to and you go, if we can beat them, we're okay?
Okay, right now there's something like around 20 political parties that are registered at Election Canada. There's like the big five or big six, depending if you put Maxime Bernier
Right,
in the thing.
right,
He's like the new guy, but there's
yeah,
and so in the Fringe Party, we I know a lot of leaders of other parties. I do talk with a few of them from time to time.
hmm,
We're all friends
yeah,
together,
yeah.
and the Rhino Party is very lucky, I must say, in the Fringe parties because we have a lot of mediatic attention compared to the others. Even
Okay,
if we have less candidates, we always have more mediatic attention. This is crazy. So we are very lucky.
right.
And that said, in the last election, we finished the eighth party
Okay,
out of 21 on
okay.
that election.
That's pretty good.
So I was eighth in the list of being prime ministers of Canada, you know.
That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. You put that
And
on your resume.
the one we could beat if we have more candidates
Mm.
would be the democracy, Christian democracy,
Oh,
or something like this,
okay,
démocratie chrétienne in French.
okay.
They had just a little bit more candidates than us and a little bit more votes. We
Right.
could beat them.
I don't think I've heard of them. Where are they mostly? Do you know?
You
All
probably
over?
had some in Toronto.
Oh, really?
They're
Maybe I did.
Christian heritage.
Right. Okay. Maybe I
Is
just didn't notice them.
is that the word in English?
Those are words. Yeah, that could be.
Okay,
Yeah, I've
and
never heard of them. So
I think their leader is in Alberta,
Alberta. That.
and
Yeah.
I've met him
Okay.
once, and
Nice guy, or
he's a beautiful guy. You know, if he would be bisexual, maybe I would, you know.
okay. Yeah, yeah. So not that
But he
Christian.
was
Is that
married and very straight.
okay? So close. That's funny.
No, they're very, very conservative. Like
Really?
very, it's it's like not conservative. They're like two kind of conservative. They're like the economy conservative, like the
Okay.
social conservative. They're
Yeah.
like fucking social conservative.
Oh
Like
wow.
you I was like, oh, this looks like someone nice, you know. I begin to talk with a little beard and everything, and
Yeah.
then I was like, who's that guy? Where's he coming from? What the fuck? Okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but in
All
the
right.
French parties, what happens is that we have all the same problems. We have
Right.
the same problems with the electoral law. We have the same problems with the medias. We have so even like the libertarian party, which I don't really support what they say. The leader is I've met him twice,
Yeah.
and we talk from time to time. We talk on Facebook, and he's my friend on Facebook, and we share like a community. You know, we
Yeah.
share the same so we're like close one another
Yeah.
without being close in the ideas, you know. Of course, and he totally understand that you know, and I understand he's having his
Right.
own ideas and he's defending it, and I'm okay with that, you know.
Sure. Yeah. Everyone has a right, to do that, I guess.
Yeah, if you do it with respect
Yeah.
with other people, and he's really respectful. So
Yeah. So that's great. Now, is there anyone you've come across that was disrespectful that was a leader?
as a leader,
Or anybody, really, I
no,
guess.
the people that are the most disrespectful usually are not the candidates.
Mm,
Usually the candidates are really, really nice people and they will always help you. Is
yeah.
the people that are like the fans of the party, or the like the hardcore fans. I have a lot of stories about that, but in Edmonton, my candidate Donovan Ekstrom, he goes to happy hour of the Liberal Party.
Okay.
I think it was the MP, you know.
Yeah, right.
So he entered the room. There's like the sticker, hello, my name is. So he takes, hello, my name is Rhino Donovan. he put that on, and he goes and he begins shaking hands everywhere.
Yeah.
And then there's like some people, and he take a glass of wine. It's like, I'm here. I'm Rhino Donovan. This is the Liberal Party happy hours, launching my campaign. And like some people say, oh no, you get out of here. And then the MP comes, and she's like, no, hey, hi Donovan, I'm the MP. No, he's here. He's gonna stay here. He's gonna talk with us.
Yeah.
And she introduced him to people around, and she talks with him.
Yeah.
So usually it's like the hardcore fans of the party, the people that are working with the party for like 20 years, and they don't really get what we are. They think we're I think some people that are really, really involved in politics, they think that we, the Rhino, we will remove something out of them.
Right.
We will steal votes or whatever, And
yeah.
So if someone ever tells you you're stealing votes, what I say is that, oh, I'm stealing votes. I'm very sorry. Let's call the police right now. I don't want to steal anybody's votes. I want to make that clear. Let's call the police. I don't want to steal votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
like,
yeah. You're like, well, I tried buying them, and they won't let me do that either.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's so great. Yeah, I definitely, when I was getting signatures, every once in a while, someone would get really mad at me for some reason. They think it's an assault on democracy or something. And which I always think Maxim Bernier, right? Our own Maxim Bernier, who got a lot of votes, but he didn't get enough to really make a difference because the other Maxim Bernier lost pretty handily.
Yes, he really, really lost. But this was pretty funny. But Maxime Bernier is the Rhino candidate that had the most votes of the party in 2019 election, and in a significant margin.
Yeah, that was very
solid.
Yeah, very funny. So how did that happen? Did you find him? Did he find you? You found him.
Yeah, I find him. I wrote to about like 75 Maxime Bernier on Facebook. I did a copy paste of a message like, hello, I have a secret mission for you, whatever.
Yeah.
And I've wrote to Maxime Bernier over Maxime Bernier until Facebook blocked my account for 1 hour. I could not send any more message.
So
and the next day, I wrote to 3 more Maxime Bernier, and Facebook said, we're going to block your account for 24 hours if you send another message. I said, okay. Oh, no.
That's
and then I waited for answers. But what is sad is that on Facebook, when you don't know the person, it goes in other inbox, and most people don't see the message. So it took a while before I got some answers. So some people said, no, I'm not interested, or I don't understand what you want. and you had this guy that just wrote, call me, and the phone number.
Nice.
I was like, oh, shit. We got it.
That's awesome. That's so great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. He got a lot of attention for the party. And
exactly. That's what happened. We have very good ideas sometimes, and we have no attention. And then we arrive with just something stupid as like, I have someone with the same name as someone that is known.
Yeah.
Fucking full attention, coast to coast.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the media machine.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And that's what I enjoy about it is we have a lot of fun. And like I was lucky enough to be involved in the last election, but I voted Rhino in the previous election, and I followed a lot of candidates, and it's just nice to have fun things happening that engage people in the process, kind of, and get people paying attention who maybe wouldn't have paid attention otherwise.
Exactly. That's one of my main objectives is to make some people involved into politics because they don't believe. If you say, I don't go to vote because I don't care because they all whatever, and I say, well, I mean, go vote Rhino, or listen to what we say, and maybe you'll find something that you find interesting, or get back people into politics.
Exactly. Even if they come and vote for us, that's kind of like a refute of how it's being done. It's kind of a middle finger to people who are corrupt or maybe not doing their job well or whatever.
Imagine what it means. 10,000 people voted Rhino in 2019.
Wow.
That means 10,000 people in Canada went out, took their shoes in the fucking weather of October, and say, I vote Rhino, you know?
Yeah. No, that
so
is.
Imagine 100,000.
Yeah.
What does it mean? You know, it means something.
It does mean something.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's great. Okay, Sebastien, I think that's it, buddy.
You get it.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on and doing it. And I'm gonna try and keep doing these, and I'm gonna keep having you back as often as you'll come back. Okay, Sebastien, thanks so much for doing it, man.
Thanks, Sean, man. Yeah. That's nice you do that.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Okay, see you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to follow us on social media, we are the Rhino's Horn on YouTube, the Rhino's Horn on Instagram, on Facebook. We are Ronnie Rhino, and our Twitter handle is Horny Voter. Please join us next week. My guest is going to be Canadian comedian Ali Hassan. You may know Ali Hassan from his work with CBC Radio or his many festival performances in Canada and around the world, including, of course, Just for Laughs. We have a great chat. So thank you again for tuning in, and we will see you next week.